I was actually thinking about a lot of things about failure, right? In the back, either in the front of your mind or back of your mind. Most of us know failure, right? We know it. Deep inside, we beat ourselves most of the time when it comes to failure. And sometimes we try to avoid which will make us successful, right? Success needs failure. Failure is your friend, is not your enemy. Most people make failure as an enemy, meaning that failure is not to be feared. It is to be able to pick up ourselves again and to look up ahead no matter what is thrown at us. Every single day, things will come, challenges will come, problems will arise. And every single day, we decided to do what to do with this uh, information that coming into our senses. And sometimes I feel like I have failed, whether for my family, whether it's for myself, uh, my life. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I feel like I fail, right? And most of the things that I try to do fail, right? And most of us understood that we fail a lot of time. And I remember there was a movie. If you don't know that movie, you probably know it because everybody know, called Batman Begin. And there was, I think it was either his father, where Bruce fell in the. I think I can't remember why, what it was. Maybe it could be in the well. I don't remember. And it says that why do we? And he's like, he said, shoot, why do we fall? Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick up ourselves up. So when we fall and we get knocked down again by life, by circumstances, we pick up ourselves again and move into the direction of something that's meaningful to us. Maybe that we we have tried and it make us depressed because life dealt you with a hand that's you can't really use. A lot of us go through life feeling a victim, feeling that we can't achieve something great in our life. And most of the adults sometimes feel that they wish that they had more time. They wish that they had more no, they wish that they didn't do what they did in the past. They wish a lot of things that they could have not done. And those things are because of the things that the choices that we make today. Today is the important decision of your life. Is whether you move towards something that you will not regret or you move towards something that you regret. But it is life, right? And when it comes to failure, most people, schools teach you to avoid failure. But without failure, there wouldn't be great innovation. Without failure, there wouldn't be great entrepreneurs. Jack Ma fell all the time. Um, Steve Jobs, Bob Proctor, people fail. You hear the story that most people fail in their life. Bob Proctor, when he was 26, till he was 26, he failed. And then bam, he becomes successful. But success, we think it as if there's no failure. People who are successful, who are lucky, they have no problem, no challenges up ahead. But matter of fact, they do. And they encounter that challenge each and every day, try to solve it, try to do their best, try to make people smile, try to make people laugh. You can see within their eyes they they try to hide it, but they cannot. Inside they feel like they're dying inside. And each and every moment they feel like they're a complete failure. Everything I do most of the time don't work out. So what can I What can we as a people to overcome and succeed in life? It isn't by beating ourselves up. No, it isn't that. Because if we beat ourselves up, we do that already. Everybody do that for us already. But it is in the moment that we decided that even if we fail, we can do it one more time to succeed in our venture, whatever that may be. I'm going to read you this book about adversity, The School of Greatness by Lewis House, right? Great guy, man. Embrace adversity, internal and external. When you're looking at things with your eyes open, with a different perspective, is then when you truly see the opportunities at your doorstep. And how can you use them to your advantage? At the end of the day, if achieving a dream was easy, then everyone would have done it, and no one would have suffered from that nagging feeling that either drives or depresses us. What make us what makes achieving your dreams and fulfilling your vision that much more special is the hard work that it takes you to get there. Providing that adversity is no match for you. That's what this is all about. Adversity is difficult or a misfortune that for most people create an unimaginable amount of stress. Those who learn how to use adversity to their advantage, however, possess the power to turn that adversity into greatness. This is easier said than done, of course, because no one actually likes adversity. When you first experience it and you aren't prepared, what it feels like is failure. Adversity means failure. Failure means you must be bad at it. That's an awful feeling. In reality, failure is simply feedback. It's not you're bad or not good enough or incapable. Failure or feedback give you the opportunity to look what's not working and figure out how to make it work. Everyone fails. Highly successful people fail many times than the rest of the world and with much higher stake at hand. Once we understand this, we can look at failure as something to fall in love with instead of something to shy away from. Thomas Edison endured 10,000 failures before he made the light bulb, but each failure was feedback telling him that he hadn't figured it out yet. And this particular set of choices wasn't the right one for this particular task. His failures wasn't evidence of his incompetence. If anything, they highlighted his brilliance and increased the likelihood that next attempt would be successful. Oftentimes, the biggest obstacle we face is ourselves. Negative feeling, self-doubt, self-loathing, they all come from within to sabotage our vision. Adversity of all kinds will remain in your life until you adjust your perspectives, embrace the message failure is trying to send you. Listen to the feedback and apply it to your action. And before you know it, adversity begins to melt away. Be aware of adversity. Adversity happens to everyone, and through pain is inevitable. Despair is optional. Discover precisely what the adversity is and why is this happening. This is your opportunity to take the responsibility for every type of adversity that comes your way. Focus on the why, the root of it. When you become aware that adversity is inevitable, it allows you to prepare for or for it happening in the future. What adversity do you face right now? What in life feels like it's standing in the way? What in your life feels like it's standing in your way of fulfilling your vision and achieving your greatness? Write down your adversity, then identify whether they are chronic or daily obstacles that seem to grind your progress to halt or big. Singular moment of single struggle that have thrown you off the path. Have you been dealing with those issues to this point? How have you dealt with the similar issues in the past? Have you overcome any of them? What did you do? There's wisdom and insight to be gleaned from your answer to those questions. If it's not what to do, then definitely about what not to do. If you're anything like many of my coaching clients and some of the greatest teachers you will meet in the chap, coming cap chapter, the thing you did most often in the face of adversity when you're first starting out was either trying to ignore it or avoid it. Sometimes you might even pretend it wasn't there. I know I've been guilty of each of those behavior in my past. Needless to say, this is something you absolutely cannot do. You cannot avoid, ignore, or deny adversity. Be aware of which adversity you're facing and accept adversity for what it is. Avoid it or resist it will only persist. Great book. So, any area of your life, whether it's relationship, family, your health, your dream, your goals, whatever um whatever your life, whatever your mission in life, whatever you want for yourself. And when you start on your adventure of whatever that is, you're not good at it, right? And you fail and you tripped over and knocked down and you scrape your knees and you hit your head and maybe your head, you know, bleed. What can you do? Well, what can you do is a good question. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes people are exhausted of life, trials and tribulation. They deal with life that they life throw them something that it, we didn't want to face it, and it's there. Well, we cannot avoid it, but we must accept for what it is. And all we can do is not to do our best, but to become something more of ourselves, to be able to not look forward, but to be able to go through. If have you ever felt something? I remember I felt the weight on my shoulder. Everything was on me. I felt heavy. Have you ever felt that? And that you felt like you fail in life, and that sometimes you ask, why did this happen to me? Of course, you don't want things bad happen to you. Most people don't. So all you can do is when it's heavy, either you can tell a friend about it, your family, or most people either they get angry or they cry. But even if you fail, what you can do is try one more time. Do it one more time. Pick up and do it. Take the action. Rest if you may. Rest if you must. But if it's your dream, and even if people laugh at your dream, forget what. Don't forget it, but of course you remember it, what they say. And at first they don't believe you, but surely, slowly, you make things happen. Everything in life, it's about seeing the picture as that. Yes, there will be obstacles in your way, but a vision will carry you through those obstacles. A vision is much more than a goal in writing. It's something that propels you to do something that even if people throw rocks, you know what those rocks are? The words that they pull. And they throw at you and they said that you can't do it because they themselves have failed. People fail and people, when it comes to failure, people stop. The average person, most people stop from doing something that they truly want in life. Today, if you feel like you failed, whether in your health, relationship, or business, or whatever that is, eventually it may be, pick up to try one more time to figure out what's not working and to find out what is working. And sometime, even if we feel like everything just, and even if you feel lost sometime, just do it one more time. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.